So welcome back to this channel once again. I'm again here with another video on IERPG programming tutorial. So here I'm going to create a video on calling a prototype procedure or program from an IERPG program or an IERPG. So here I'm discussing how we can call a prototype procedure or a program in IERPG. So here I just created few examples. So as you can see, for calling a prototype procedure, I'll be showing you the example first. So this is ILE PGM say 7. So here you can see this is a sub procedure and named sub procedure 1 having 2 input parameters and 1 return value. And as you can see, so this is the prototype, and below that this is the body of that sub procedure, which is defined inside the same program, you can say, or the source member. So this is the body, begin and end. Inside that the procedure interface of the sub procedure 1 having the exact match with the prototype. As you can see, 2 input parameters and 1 return value of same length. And here I'm just summing up these 2 input parameters and returning it in the sum variable. Okay, so basically I am calling that procedure. So how I can call that procedure? So this is a prototype procedure calling. Okay, so prototype, this is the prototype of that procedure, and this is the calling of the prototype procedure. So I can call either using this syntax by writing the sub procedure name and passing the input parameters, and whatever this is returning. Suppose if it is returning anything, so either I can write like this: sum equals to sub procedure 1 10 colon 20, because it is taking 2 parameters as an input and it is returning sum. Okay, so for example I can also write like this. So if I don't want to return this value to any variable, so I'll be simply calling this, or we can use the third thing. First thing is this thing, second is this thing, and the third thing is call p. Call p sub procedure 1, then those input parameters. Okay, so this is, say, example 50 and 50. Okay, 50 or 60. Okay, so I can call a prototype procedure using these 3 ways, either using call p or simple calling, or the third one is by returning some value, and I can take that, return that value in some variable. Okay, so these are the things which are possible. So what I'm doing, one more thing is this is optional. Call p is optional here. So this and this are same, so it doesn't have any difference. The difference lies here only. Whenever we are receiving any variable, either we can receive, so in these two cases, as we can see, this procedure is returning some value, but we are not taking that value, we are not taking that value to any variable, so we are basically losing that return value. Okay, so using these two approaches, we don't have the access to that return value. So whatever our procedure will return, we don't know that what it returns. Okay, so for example, just initialize this so you will get to know the exact thing. You will see that this is returning on the first time, so it will print the exact sum on the first instance, and on the other instances it will display 0 0. Okay, because it is not returning anything. So in case if your procedure won't return anything, for example it does not have a return here, okay, then then this is okay for you. Either you can use this, okay, or you can use this one. So both of uh, them you can use, but since this is optional, so you must use this, okay, in case your procedure doesn't return any value. If it returns any value, so you must take that value or get that value into some variable. That is a better approach. So this is the thing which I am going to show you. So I am creating a module. Source, then I am creating the program IDPGM7, IDPGM7. okay, so both module and program objects created successfully. Now I'll be debugging this. IDPGM7. Set the breakpoint at line number 1 and call ILE-PGM7. So here you can see this is since call by value, so we can pass these values here. So basically this will return some value 30, so it will add 10 and 20, it will return 30, and we will be displaying 30. But here in this case, as you can see, now sum is 0, shift F10, so it is returning sum. Okay, now the sum is 110, but this sum variable is local to this. Okay, so this is local to this sub procedure only, so we don't have access to this sum variable value outside this procedure. So it will return that value using return sum line, this line. Okay, so but we are not capturing that return value here, so we are not capturing that return value, and this sum is this global variable, okay, so which is 0 because this is initialized here, so we are displaying 0. The same thing happened again, so we are not capturing that return value here, so we are displaying 0. Okay, so using this way you can call a prototype procedure in ILE RPG program. So in case if your prototype procedure is returning some value, you must capture that value during the call of that procedure using so you must not use call p, because call p is optional, so you can directly write the procedure name, then pass the required input parameters, or you can get that value into some variable if it returns, if that prototype procedure returns any value. Okay, so now I'll be showing you how we can call a program in ILE RPG. So here I just created one ILE RPG program having a module and ILE program both. So here you can see the same thing, that is sub procedure 1 prototype, which is taking 2 input parameters and returning one value. This is the sub procedure. Okay, this is the body of that sub procedure, that is the same thing. Okay, taking 2 input parameters and summing them and returning them. Okay, this is the simple thing. And then here in main section we can see that we are calling that sub procedure and passing the values num1 and num2 and getting that value in the sum variable. Okay, and displaying the sum. So from where we are getting this num1 and num2, so because as we can see above, we have defined the procedure prototype for the PR for this program ILE PGM6. Okay, since we can see that with the PR we have defined ext PGM, so in case of whatever defined inside this single quotes will be, that program will be called if we call using the procedure prototype. Okay, for that program. Now as you can see, there are 3 parameters, input parameters, but the two will be act as the input parameters, and the last one will be act as a output parameter. So we have PR and PI for this program ILE PGM6 defined. So now we will be creating the module F10 source, and creating the program ILE PGM6. Okay, now we have work object ILE PGM6. Okay, so we have both module and program created. Now I have created one another program ILE PGM6A, which will be calling that which will be calling that program ILE PGM6 basically. Okay, so here we can see we are calling that ILE PGM6. Just take 2. So you can see we defined some variables, some num1, num2, we initialize them. Okay, and then I just declared the procedure prototype here. Okay, so for calling that program I need to define that procedure prototype. For that in ILE thing, so I defined the procedure prototype and use the exe pgm. So actually I'm calling ILE PGM6, so whatever defined inside the single quotes in exe pgm block, so that program will be called. So I can give any name here. So if I give, for example, I have given the name call procedure, so I'll be using call procedure here. Okay, so here I can use like this call p. Okay, since this is optional, so both the lines would work the same way. Some just pass, change the value of num1 to example 40 and num2 to 30. Okay, so that we would be seeing the difference in the results in those two calls. So either we can call this program with this syntax or this syntax. Both the syntax are same. Since call p is optional, so I didn't use call p here. We can use this one or this one both, but we will be preferring to use this way. Okay, so this is the way through which we are calling a program in ILE. Okay, so just compile, create the module first, and then create the program ILE PGM6A. So here we are calling the program, so we don't need to bind that other program ILE PGM6 here, because we are using the call p operation. So call p will be basically calling that exe pgm program ILE PGM6. Okay, now we will be debugging ILE PGM6A. Space 1, I'll call ILE PGM6A. Okay, so we can see we are passing num1 as 2 and num2 as 20, which are initialized here. So we can take shift F10. We are coming to this one, so we can see what input we have received to this program, 2 and 20, and this is 0. Then we are calling our sub procedure, so we can again take shift F10 from here. So we went to this, we are returning the sum. So the sum is 22, so it will display the sum, then it will return the sum value. Okay, now we can see the sum is 22, which is returned. So it will print sum. Num1 is now 1430. The same thing will happen again, and it will print 70. Okay, so you can see that using these two things, I can call a ILE program, or prototype procedure in ILE, prototype procedure in ILE RPG programming. So we can basically call a program in ILE RPG programming, or we can call a prototype procedure in ILE RPG using call B operation. Okay, so that's the thing which I want to cover in this video. Now you can call a procedure, you can call a ILE RPG program in another program. So you can call a prototype procedure in that program, and you can call another you can call that ILE RPG program in another program. So that's the thing. Thank you and have a nice time.